Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. This week we are taking a look at something I've always been interested in, and now with my cast iron pan I can make it at home. And that is chicken pot pie. Now if you don't have a cast iron pan, you can of course cook this all in a normal pan and transfer to a pie dish and then top with the pastry. But by doing it in the cast iron pan, you're only using one pan and it is obviously less to wash up at the end of the meal. Now for this recipe you will need 2.5 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of flour, 600 grams of chicken. Now you can use pre-cut chicken, you can go to the shop and get like a rotisserie chicken or something and then just take the meat off of that. Or you can do like I'm doing and just cook up your own chicken. And this does lead to a nice beautiful fond on the bottom of the pan, which helps flavour the rest of the dish. And then 100 grams of carrots, 1 onion, 1 large leek or 2 smaller leeks, 1 potato peeled and chopped into roughly like inch-sized cubes, 120 ml of cream, 360 ml of milk, 500 ml of chicken stock, and 1 pre-made pie crust. Start by chopping and cooking your chicken if you are using raw chicken. If you're using a pre-cut chicken, simply just start by taking the meat off of the chicken and set to one side for later. Now, if you are using raw chicken, once it is cooked, simply just remove it from the pan and set aside. Now, you may end up with a nice, beautiful brown coloured thing on the bottom of the pan. This is the fond. Now, you want to leave that there as that is going to help flavour the vegetables. Then add in your carrot, onion and leek, and add in your butter and then cook until softened, and then add in your flour, and then you want to mix to combine. This is going to dry out the vegetables a little bit, but you just want to cook this for a minute or two to get rid of the raw floury taste. And this is also going to help develop a nice thick sauce. Then simply pour over your chicken stock, milk and cream and add in your chopped potatoes, and then we want to cook this for about 5 minutes. This is to help develop the sauce. After those 5 minutes you should end up with a thick and creamy sauce. Then to that just add in your cooked chicken and give a good mix to evenly distribute the chicken through the pan. And then season with salt and pepper, always tasting for seasoning. And if you are not using a cast iron pan here, simply transfer it to a pie dish that is big enough for all of the filling. Prepare your pastry for the topping. Now, the only pastry I could find was a bit short for my pan, so I had to improvise slightly. That's why it looks a little bit weird, but it's no big deal. You can also decorate the top of the pastry with any leftover scraps if you do not want to waste any of your dough, and then simply cut some venting holes so the steam can escape. Now you want to work fast so the pastry doesn't droop and stretch too much, but drape it over the pan and place it in the 200 degrees preheated oven for 30 to 35 minutes until the pastry is a nice golden brown. Now, because we've basically cooked everything in this fully, apart from maybe the potatoes, once the pastry is done, the pie should be fully cooked. Once the pie is cooked, remove it from the oven and allow to cool slightly before slicing and serving. Now, if you are using a cast iron pan, just take note that the pan is going to be extremely hot, so make sure not to burn yourself on it. And that is it. One dish chicken pot pie, quick and easy with very little washing up to do. Now that is always a bonus when you are cooking and washing up, But as always guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down below. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, it helps me out a lot, and you get yourself some more weekly cooking content. Thanks for watching.